Oh, and the birds decide to fight? There was a lot happening. There's also a bunny over there that's really cute. And he's in our clover. He's so cute. Okay, anyway. Hello. I am Scout. I am starting a YouTube channel. So yeah, I decided to finally start making content because I've been kind of dancing around it for years. I've tried it in the past, but consistency has never been my strong suit, unfortunately. And I'm hoping to make a change and be consistent and really, really go for something this time and see where it leads. So yeah, welcome to the beginning of the journey. I am gonna be doing a lot of, I think, vlog style content about projects that I'm doing. So I guess I never actually got any footage of me talking about the types of projects I want to do. So I'm gonna be doing things like sewing, arts and crafts type of stuff. Usually we'll have some flavor of fantasy entwined into it. Like I'm definitely planning on making some fairy costume stuff for the Renaissance Fair and for photo shoots, and making large scale props to make me look small, like giant mushrooms perhaps. Coming soon. I also plan to make some videos making things for my dream wardrobe. Some examples should be popping up around me if I do my job well in the edit. And probably doing some like thrift or vintage flips. Finally getting through my ginormous pile of alterations that has been sitting in my room for an embarrassingly long amount of time, I assure you. Trips that we're taking, home renovations, because we bought our house and it's from 1927 and it's very cute, but it needs a lot of work. So there will be some fun things in that vein. And yeah, I figured I would make a little video to introduce myself to you all. So my name is Scout, like I said. I am born and raised in New York City. Recently got married and moved to the suburbs, which was not something I expected I would ever do as a city kid, but I am absolutely loving it, and I'm actually coming at you from my backyard, which is one of the best parts about living in the suburbs. Important note from the editor. Somehow in all of this video footage, I managed to forget the very crucial fact that I am a huge nerd, and that a lot of who I am and what I love comes from nerdy things like Lord of the Rings, fantasy, anything that feels like magical and whimsical, I am a big fan of. And Lord of the Rings is actually what pushed me into my creative career path, because I became obsessed with everything that had to do with the making of it. I watched the making of documentary, The Appendices. I watched them over and over. I think I've watched them probably hundreds of times since I was a kid. So because of that, I just became fascinated with the idea of creating things that felt otherworldly, creating things that felt like they shouldn't exist in real life. And that sort of led me into cosplay, and cosplay led me to fashion school. Fashion school led me to study costume for performance in England, where I was asked to compete in World of Wearable Art, which is this amazing competition in New Zealand that's kind of like the Olympics for costume makers and people who create wearable art. And the year I competed, there was a Weta workshop section judged by Sir Richard Taylor himself. It was awesome. So obviously I had to enter. And when I got there and I saw the other people who were competing, I was like, cool, it's enough that I got invited to be here, that I was accepted to be amongst such amazing artists. And I wonder if I have a photo of my face when I won second place. and the First Time Entrant Award, I remember going up on stage just like, what? Are you kidding me? Because that meant Sir Richard Taylor, who I admired so much, loved my costume. And that was just really like speechless still about it. It was amazing. So yeah, that's like a little bit of backstory on how I got into this field, and it also is just like how I don't know, it's just important to who I am. I had to add it in here. So, and my first career was as a dresser and seamstress on Broadway. I worked on shows like The Book of Mormon, Something Rotten, Matilda, 2 Cirque du Soleil shows. Then I met Adam 8 years ago, and Adam is an amazing photographer, and he brought me on set a few times, and I fell in love with photography. There's so much to learn. It kind of similar to sewing, like you can always learn something new. So it's been a really fun change of pace getting to do photography, and also finding a partner who I work really well with, which is kind of crazy and I think pretty unusual. I could be wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong. But yeah, we have a good time. I've also kind of been on a bit of a self-discovery journey for the past few years. I found out a couple years ago that I'm autistic. I've known since I was 9 that I had AuDHD, but the autism side of it was not known to me. And once I found that out, a lot of my life made a lot more sense. Apparently my camera has about as much focus as my ADHD brain. It really was like oh my gosh, I'm not a defective person. I'm just wired a little bit differently. It made me have a lot more compassion for myself and understand myself a lot more, which has been truly life-changing. And, you know, I'm still working on the self-compassion side of things. But that's been a journey. I have also been kind of figuring out how to express myself through my clothing and hair and makeup for a few years now, because I just haven't felt really like myself. So I've been on like a style journey, which will be forever, I think, evolving, and I will be going into that a little bit in some of my videos, taking you along on trips to other countries. When I say that we're traveling, we're usually adventuring through different countries. We like to rent a car, drive around to small villages, check out castles and other historic buildings, explore forests that are ancient, try food that we've never tried before. So we'll bring you along on those kinds of trips, which I'm really, really excited to do. And we also love to stay at smaller like B&Bs and more unique stays that are kind of fun. So yeah, I'm really excited to share that stuff. And bringing you along on some photo shoots, probably showing you some days in my life, potentially, because I'm trying to add more whimsy to my life, more just, what do they call it? Romanticizing life, that's it. Romanticize my life a little bit more, because, you know, guys, adulting is really hard. So I'm just trying to add a little bit more happiness into my day-to-day, and I'm hoping to bring you guys along on that journey. I am really excited about it, and I can't wait to make some more videos and bring you along as I hopefully change my life for the better. We'll see. Keep an eye out. If you would subscribe and give me a little like, that would be super nice of you. I would really appreciate it. But yeah, hopefully I will see you soon in my next video. Am I? Also, if you have any requests or ideas for me, any questions about anything I said in the video, or more you want to know about me or my work, let me know in the comments. I would love to hear from you. And yeah, I will see you in my next video. Bye!